Right then, after yesterday's little downpour and running for cover, it started just spitting with rain yesterday, and I was so close to finishing this. In fact, that's all there is left to go on it, and you know that ain't going to take long. But I've still got a list of a million things that I found while I was doing it. As an example, this screw here won't go all the way in, the head's rounded off it. These are the wrong screws for this. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but I'm going to put some hex caps in them because they need to be torqued up. The other one is rounded the same, but at least I managed to get it all the way in. Still not tight. What else we got to do? A few things to contend with. I was wondering what these were for. I couldn't for the life of me. I'm going, I don't know what's supposed to be behind these, but it's because we took that emission thing off of here, which also means I think there's a different version of this that's not as fat as this one for non-California bikes. I'm going to have a check, see if it's a different part number, and if it is, I'm going to see if I can find one of them. But these are to hold the hoses, so basically I just need to snip those off. Don't need them anymore. I haven't set this properly. I've just put it where I think it goes. I put the cover back on there. I don't know why. I've got to take it off. Still got to take the clutch slave cylinder off, have a look behind that, make sure it's clean. If it is, try bleeding it, see if it works. But at the moment we've got no clutch. The choke is just sticking on a little bit, and I'm not sure why. It might just be, it's not bad, but I don't want it sticking on. I've put the old fuel hose in, even though I've got new fuel hose, just because that's what I had to hand yesterday. It doesn't take long to run a piece of fuel hose, so I can do that. Tightened all the rest of this back end up. That's all done now. These are all torqued. That's torqued up. We're using Newton meters now with that big fancy torque wrench. There is a way of putting it into foot-pounds, but I don't know how to do it. Anyway, it's not mine, I borrowed it. I had one piece, where is it? Oh, still got to put the mirrors on as well. Yeah, I had no clue where this goes. Anyway, I spent ages looking through CMS NL, and it goes here. So where I've put that thing, that needs to come off. That replaces it behind that thing, and that holds those. So we'll put that on in a minute. Put it there for a second. Then I won't know. Well, let's put it back in the box. Otherwise I'll forget about it. And then I was sitting re-watching myself the comical video from yesterday and the other ones of the of me putting it back together, and just I managed to get a list of 20 items, a couple of which I've sorted out that I'd missed. As an example, I put this cover on, but I did notice that the water pump was covered in clutch fluids. It got like got a big mark down it. I'm not sure if that's just clutch fluid on it or what, but I need to clean that off. A few other bits and bobs bent backwards to straighten some of these out. But the big one, so we were talking about this yesterday, when people, these are the three yellow wires, look, yellow, these are the three yellow wires which have turned white, or yellow or orange, and they've been cut off. That was done by me. There were some burnt bullet connectors on. I cut them as close to the bullet connectors as I could, but the very fact they've got bullet connectors on means they've already been cut once before. These have got spade terminals on them, and what they should have is a white plug, so that means these have been cut to put spade terminals on these, so they've been cut at least once before. Bearing in mind that I'm going to cut them and go back, I don't know, another ½ inch, so we're going to be back here with what we've got available. These ones need to be cut back. As you can see, that wire is burnt, so we'll probably cut that back to maybe here, and then we've got to strip it, and then we've got to try and make it meet that. And yeah, there's about a 2-inch gap, so I need to see if I can reroute this wire and just try and find a little bit more free space from this. The only other alternative I've got, well, it's 2 alternatives: buy a new one of them and a new generator. Not doing that. So I could take this plug out of this holder, and that will allow that to swing up. Maybe get rid of this, which is where the original plug for these went. They originally went in there in a plug. But I might be able to get these a bit up over here, or maybe even behind here. Bring this wire the other side. No reason not to do that I can see. That might give us enough room. But yeah, maybe one I'll have a play with later, and I've got to put some blank crimps onto these, seal them all up when I've done it. So we've got that to do. Back wheel, back suspension's all on, all tightened up, torqued up. Back brake works, funnily enough, so that's still working. Yeah, just a million things now just to finish off, but I just want to see it back in one piece, so let's throw those bits on. I'm gonna put these on just to say it's done, but that one's not too bad. That's the one I cracked nearly in half. This one I managed to knock off another one of those, and that one's not held on by much, the big crack in it. So that one is not going to stay on, but I'm going to put it on just to say the bike's complete, because that's the aim of this video, just finishing off what I was doing. So let's crack on and just finish this bit. Okay, mission accomplished. Now it's not done, it's not finished, we've still got those that regulator to sort out, and as I say, I've still got a list of about a dozen things I noticed I'd done wrong or didn't tighten up or needed to check. Still got to put oil in it, still got to get the plugs out, so plenty more to come. But it's back in one piece. Oh, wait a minute, mirrors. We'll put them on. It's back in one piece. And that rusty old collector box is gone. We've got a nice one on there. The engine we've replaced, as you said, with the original one from this frame. So, and it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot nicer looking engine. The rest we've still got to discover. That is looking sweet. So with these things here I've bought, basically I think these are just too thin. They're the cheap replicas. So I bought some fiberglass. I'm going to fiberglass inside. I've got the lugs that broke off, so hopefully I can get them sorted too. But for now, there's one complete V65 Magna. Thanks for watching.